Sherry was right. You're soft. You should have let him kill me, 'cause I'm gonna kill you. I'll catch up with you. I don't know when, but I'll catch up. Every time you turn around, expect to see me. There's one time you'll turn around and I'll be there. I'm gonna kill you, man.
John Ford famously said, "I never knew the big son of a bitch could act," after seeing Wayne in Red River. In this film, Wayne stars as Tom Dunson, a determined and sometimes ruthless rancher leading a cattle drive. He clashes with his adopted son, Matt Garth, played by Montgomery Clift in his debut, whose independence and ideals don't align with Tom's strict ways. Their conflict becomes a heated rivalry that drives the story through years of resentment and power struggles.
All right, Joe. You can start walking, very slow. And stop if I say stop. Or I'll stop you.
In Rio Bravo, directed by Howard Hawks, Wayne plays a small-town sheriff who takes a stand against outlaws trying to break a murderer out of jail. He pulls together an unlikely team to help him, including a drunken deputy, a crusty old man, a young gunslinger, and a savvy gambler. Though not immediately popular, the film has since become a classic, with filmmakers like Martin Scorsese, John Carpenter, and Quentin Tarantino counting it among their top films.
Mr. Cohill, wipe that grin off your face. You have the floor.
Sir, I have denied Mr. Pennell permission to leave the post.
And for what purpose did you wish to leave the post, Mr. Pennell?
Picnicking, sir.
Picnicking? Picnicking, Miss Dandridge? Where, in St. Louis?
Oh, no, sir, just out by the waterfall. But I'm sorry, sir.
Never apologize, mister. It's a sign of weakness. Mr. Cohill, I see no reason why Mr. Pennell should not go picnicking.
Very good, sir.
Thank you, Captain Brittles.
Despite being only 41, Wayne convincingly plays Captain Nathan Brittles, a weary, 60-year-old U.S. cavalry officer nearing retirement. Tasked with protecting settlers from an expected Native American attack, Brittles is haunted by General Custer's defeat and does everything he can to prevent more bloodshed. Although Wayne was nominated for an Oscar that year for Sands of Iwo Jima, this performance in John Ford's cavalry trilogy is often considered his best of that era.
Question don't make sense.
Don't bandy words with counsel, Mr. Cogburn.
Yes, sir.
I believe you testified that you backed away from Old Man Warden.
Yes, sir.
Which direction were you going?
Backward. I always go backward when I'm backing away.
After 4 decades and more than 150 films, Wayne finally won the Best Actor Oscar for his role as Rooster Cogburn, a one-eyed, gruff U.S. Marshal hired by a 14-year-old girl to track down her father's killer. Rooster, along with a Texas Ranger and the girl herself, confronts the outlaws, who include actors Robert Duvall and Dennis Hopper.
By what you preach, none. But what that Comanche believes, ain't got no eyes, he can't enter the spirit land, has to wander forever between the winds. You get it, Reverend. Come on, blanket head.
Directed by John Ford, The Searchers stars Wayne as Ethan Edwards, a former Confederate soldier with a deep-seated hatred for Native Americans. When a Comanche tribe kidnaps his young niece, played by Natalie Wood, and burns down her family's home, Ethan sets out on a years-long quest to find her, but it's not a typical rescue mission. Ethan believes she's been corrupted by living with the tribe and intends to kill her to save her honor. This complex portrayal of a flawed, vengeful hero brought new depth to Wayne's career and left a lasting impact on the Western genre.
Top, I nearly tied you shooting.
Friend, there's nobody up there shooting back at you. It isn't always being fast or even accurate that counts. It's being willing. I found out early that most men, regardless of cause or need, aren't willing. They blink an eye or draw a breath before they pull a trigger. I won't.
In his final film role, the shootist cast Wayne as J.B. Brooks, an aging gunfighter who is diagnosed with terminal cancer. Hoping to spend his last days with dignity, he rents a room in a boarding house run by a widow, Bond Rogers. As he faces his impending death, he develops a bond with Bond's teenage son, Gillum, who becomes captivated by Book's legendary status as a gunslinger. However, Book's presence also attracts unwanted attention from those seeking revenge or a shot at fame. The film is a fitting send-off to Wayne's career, with scenes that feature clips from his earlier westerns, creating a nostalgic tribute to his legacy.